Welcome back to this new video. Today we are going to learn how to create an analog clock in Microsoft Excel. As you see in the screen, I have already created this beautiful analog clock, and here I have a button to control this clock. By clicking on this button, I can stop and start the clock. Here if I click on stop, then the clock stops to rotate, and when I click on start clock, then again the clock starts to rotate. And here you see these are the data required for creating this clock. Now let's learn from the step-by-step process how we can create this analog clock in Microsoft Excel. So let me open a new blank worksheet here, which I have here in my desktop. First of all, let's prepare here the data that is required to create the dial of the clock. So here let me write seconds. In the next cell write hour, and in the next cell write dial. Now here in this column write 1 60 times. For that, select from row number 2 to row number 61, then type 1, then press Ctrl Enter in the keyboard. This will populate 160 times here. Now here in the hour column write 1 12 times. So here select till row number 13, type 1, then press Ctrl Enter. This will populate 1 12 times. Then here in the dial type 1 one time only. Now to create the dial here, let's select this data, then click on Insert tab, click on this pie and donut chart option, then select the donut chart. Now click on the chart title and delete. Again click on the chart legends and delete. Now this is a basic design of the dial. Now click on the Format tab, then go to this Shape Outline, then choose No Outline. Again go to Shape Fill, then choose No Fill. Now here to make the dial, click on this dial area. Now customize this dial by right clicking, go to Format Data Series. Now here go to the Fill option, then here you can choose the fill color. Here I am going to take the solid fill and I'll choose the color of this. Now go to the effect, then go to 3D format, then from this choose a 3D effect for the dial. Now here in the shape outline of the dial choose no outline. Now click on the series option, then decrease the donut hole size. Now the outside part of the dial is created. Now let's add here the required data, which is the hours, and here type from 1 to 12. Now we need to show these hours here in the dial. For that, click on the hour part of the dial, then right click, click on add data labels, again right click, then go to format data labels. Now here choose the value from cell option. Then here in the data label range, select these hours from 1 to 12, then click OK. Then deselect the value option from here. Now here you see from 1 to 12 is added. You can now increase the font size of this by going here in the font increase option. Then make it black colored by choosing the automatic color. Now click on this hours series, then go to the fill option, then choose the gradient fill from here, then scroll down and here in the border choose this no line option. Now the hours is shown in the dial. Now here in the data section, let's add the seconds, and here to display the seconds in the dial, let's type the dot here, then drag this till the 61th row. Now we will display this dot here in the second data series. Now click on this, then right click, click on add data labels, then again right click, click on format data label. Now here select the value from cell option, then here in the data label range select this second range you created, then click OK. Now deselect this value option. Now here you see in the dialer the dot is added. Now we have to remove these colors from here. For this, again right click, then go to format data series option, then click on the fill option, choose no fill, and from the border choose no line. Now here you see the dot is added to show the seconds. Now let me go here in the view tab, then remove the grid lines so that the clock will be clearly visible. And here if you notice, this 12 should be at the center of the clock. So to do this, click on this outside dial, then right click, go to format data series, and here in the angle of the first slice put 15 degree here, or you can click on this and make it 15 degree. Now the dial of the clock is ready. Now to show the needle here for hour, minute and second, we have to prepare the data first. Here in this cell, press equal to, then type hour, bracket open, then in the serial number use the now function, bracket open, bracket close, then close a bracket for hour function, press enter. This 19 means the 19th hour of the day. Currently it is 7:25 p.m. So it is the 19th hour of the day. But this 19 hour cannot be used here in the needle because we have total 12 hour only. So for this we have to subtract the 12 hour if it is greater than or equal to 12. So for this, let's combine the if function here. So click at the beginning of the formula, then type the if function, open the bracket. If the calculation of current hour is greater than or equal to 12, then give a comma. In this case we have to subtract 12 from this hour and now function. So copy this hour and now function till here, Control C, then paste it here, minus 12, then give a comma. In the value if false, we have to again write this hour and now function. So simply paste the copied function, then close the bracket and press enter. Now here you see the 7 is given because currently it is 7 p.m. Now to show the minute after the hour, we have to add the minute function here. So go to the formula, type the plus symbol, then type minute function, bracket open, then combine the now function, bracket open, bracket close, close one more bracket, then divided by 60. This divided by 60 is to convert this into the decimal format here. Now press enter. Now in the next cell put here 5 for showing the needle, and here in the next cell calculate the remaining hour by subtracting this from 12. So 12 minus, click on this hour and minute. Now the total of the current time and remaining time is 12. This is calculated just to identify the position of the needle for hour. Now here create the data required for creating the needle for minute. So here type is equal to, then minute function, open bracket, in the serial number combine the now function, bracket open, bracket close, close one more bracket, press enter. This is the current minute, that is 32. Now here put 5 for the needle, and here calculate the remaining minute by is equal to, then 60 minus 32. Now this is also calculated to identify the position of the needle for minute. Now following the same method, we have to create the data required for creating the needle for second. So here type the second function, press equal to second, bracket open, in the serial number combine the now function, bracket open, bracket close, close one more bracket, then press enter. This gives the current second. Now in the next cell put 5 for the needle, and in the next cell calculate the remaining second by is equal to 60 minus the current second. Now this three set of data is used for creating the needle for hour, minute and second. Let me keep this dial at the side of the window. Now to create the needle to show the second, first of all select this data, then click on the insert tab, click on this pie and donut chart option, then click on this pie chart. Now click on the chart title and delete. Click on the chart legends and delete. Now click on the chart series. Right click on the mouse. Click on format data series. Then here click on this fill and line option. Click on no fill and also click on no line. Now click on the series that has this value of 5 which is given here. If you point your mouse there you see the value, so click on this only. Now here in the series option, in the fill and line, click on this solid line option, scroll down, then choose the color that you want to show the second needle. So here I am taking the color of red. Now this will be used for showing the second. Now click at the outside border of the chart, click on the format tab, then here in the shape fill choose no fill and in the shape outline choose no outline. Now put this here. Now create a copy of this by Control C, then here Control V to create a copy. Now this will be used for showing the needle for minute. Now here drag this data to the data of minute. Then here click on the series. Then click on this no fill option. Then select the series that shows the value of 5 here. Select this only. Then go to the border option and choose solid line. Scroll down and choose a different color for showing the minute. For minute I will select this blue color. Then after doing this put it over here. Then again create a copy of this by Control C, then Control V. Now we will create this for showing the hour. So here let's select the data for hours. Then click on this series. Go to format, then here in the shape outline choose no outline. Then here in the fill option choose no fill. Then select the series that represents the value of 5, which is this. After selecting this only, then again go to the border option and choose solid line. And to show the hour, here I will take a different color, that is the green color. Now these three needles will be used for showing the hour, minute and second. Now after doing this we have to adjust the size of the needle. For hour the needle size will be small, for minute the needle size will be medium, and for second the needle size will be long. So here for hour click at the outside border of the chart, then go to this format option and here in the shape height make it 2.5. Now click the needle for minute and here in the shape height make it 2.7 and select the needle for second, and for this make the height of 2.9. Now select all these three shapes by holding the control key in the keyboard, then click on the shape. After selecting all these three shapes, click on the shape format, click on align, choose align center, again click on align middle. Now drag this here. Now change the value of the needle to 0.03. Similarly for the minute also change this to 0.03. For the second also make it 0.03. Now let's place these needles inside the dial of the clock. So scroll right, then drag this needle and keep it here. Again drag another needle, then place it here. Drag the third needle and place it here. Now the size of the needle seems bigger than the dial. So here you can increase the size of the dial by increasing the size this way. Now to align these needles at the center of the dial, select all the shape together by pressing Ctrl A in the keyboard. This selects all the shape. Now go to the shape format option, go to the alignment option, then choose align center. Again click on align, then choose align middle. Now it comes at the middle of the dial. Now the size of the needle still seems little bigger, so for this you can click outside this, then again click on the dialer, then increase the size of the dialer little by using this control. Now the size of the needle looks fine. Now you can close this format chart area. Now let's group all the objects together so that when we move this, everything moves together. So for this, press Ctrl A in the keyboard, then go to shape format, then click on the group option, then click on group. Now you can change the position of this by simply dragging. Everything now moves together. Now if you want to display the brand name of the clock, click on the insert tab, go to this odd art option, then here write the brand name. For example, I am giving my channel's name here. Then make it small sized by clicking on this border, then go to home tab, then decrease the size of it this way. Then you can place it here as a brand name of the watch. And to display the month and date here, you can use here a function, that is the now function. Now right click on this result, click on format cells. Now here in this custom formatting, here type m/d only, then click OK. Now this will display the month and date. Now you can use this month and date here in the clock. For this, insert a text box from here, draw the text box, then click at the outside border of the text box, click on the formula bar, press equal to, then click on this month and date, press enter. Now this will display the month and date here. Click on the shape format, click on shape outline, choose no outline. Now drag this here inside the dial. Now here the needle position is not at the center of the dial, so let's select the shape by clicking on this, press Ctrl A, then click on the shape format, click on group and click on ungroup. Then here we have to align this at the center, so click on the align, then click on align middle, again click on the align and click on align center. Now this is at the center position. After this, press Ctrl A to select the brand name and the month and day also, then click on the group option, then click on group. Now all the shape is grouped together. You can now adjust its position. Finally, the design of the clock is ready. Now we have to rotate the clock automatically by using a control button here. So for this, first of all, let's create a button here. To insert the button, click on the developer tab, click on insert, then click on this toggle button, then draw the button here this way. Now here we need to write the VBA code for this toggle button. So double click on this button to open the VBA window. Now here we have to write the code. The code here I have in my notepad file. Now copy this code by excluding the last line and first line. Copy this middle part only. Copy the code. Then open your Excel file and open this Visual Basic for Application window and here paste the code. After you paste the code here, check the name of the toggle button whether it is toggle button 1 or not. If you have already used some other button in your workbook, then the number of this button will be different. In that case, you have to update the number here in the code. Now you can close the VBA editor, then come out from the design mode by clicking on this. Now by using this button you can start and stop the clock. When I click on start clock, now here you see the values starts to change, but the clock is not rotating in real time. If this happens, you can copy this clock, Control C, then create a new sheet, then paste the clock here. Now it starts to work perfectly. So again copy this, then go to sheet 1, delete this from here, then paste it here by pressing Ctrl V. Now it starts to work in real time. The needle is rotating automatically. When you click on the stop clock button, then the clock will be stopped. When you click on start clock, then again the clock starts to rotate. And here when this second needle comes here in this point, the needle is behind this date. So for this you can click on this, then right click and send it to backward by clicking on send to back. Now when the needle comes here, this date will be behind the needle. Here you see the needle is in front of the date now. Now this clock is ready to use. You can just copy this analog clock, then you can use it in different sheets of your workbook. If you are creating some dashboard or reports, then you can place this clock in your report, which makes the report very attractive. So this is the way of creating the analog clock in Microsoft Excel. And this much for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. We will again meet on next video tutorial.